Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing an absolute bombshell. This is a special edition, not limited, but very special and very scarce, from Girard-Perregaux. It's the Laureato 42 Eastern Arabic turquoise dial. Still 42 millimeters in diameter in stainless steel. The watch is nice and slim at 10.9 millimeters thick. The case only is 49.4 millimeters lug-to-lug. If we include the end links of the bracelet, then it's a broader 52.4 millimeters, though it does slope down at the edge, which allows it to wear a little bit more easily on a small wrist like mine. Now you can see on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, the bracelet does splay out a bit on each side, which means I've got a little bit of clearance, so I could probably wear this watch on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference. You can see the lugs are not yet over the edge of my wrist. You can see it's also quite flat, thin enough to slip underneath any cuff. It's a sports watch to be sure, but it can be worn as a dress watch with a tight sleeve. A really special watch. Again, 15 centimeters circumference. You're going to wear it well. Part of the reason is that it fits smaller than its bare measurements suggest due to the downturn of the lugs. The bracelet is handsome and integrated, reminding you that since 1975, Girard-Perregaux has been refining the Laureato design. It was one of the original mid-1970s integrated bracelet sports watches. The original was quartz. This one is mechanical. Sometimes the good old days are now. Taking a look, you can see it tapers down from the lug profile. There is a little flanking bevel on the shoulders. The outer faces are satinated. And then we have polished intermediate links and these H-pattern primaries with a transverse satination. We also have removable links fixed by screws, including an intermediate-sized link in case you're in between sizes. And then you can see the same, including another intermediate-sized link on the other side. Taking a quick look, you'll appreciate we have a twin trigger deployant clasp that is a sequential close. One side closes before the other. Press the two triggers, and only when you press the two triggers will it open. Taking a quick look at the case. It's a fascinating case. It has a bevel that runs from end to end on each side. You can see we have a screw-down crown, 100-meter water resistance. The faceting of the edge of the crown actually matches the faceted pattern of the bezel, so we have design parallelism here, echoing one of Girard-Perregaux's unarguable design signatures. There's a lovely transverse satination across the hood of the case, and in profile we have longitudinal satination. We also have satination in circular brushed fashion atop the bezel, with the plinth as well as the outer faces of the faceting being polished for contrast. The dial features a lovely pyramid style, and then we have a stepped track outboard for reading minutes and seconds. We have high gloss polished rhodium-plated steel Eastern Arabic numerals, and then we have baton hands at center to match. You can also see that the shape of the hands, as well as the counterweight to the second hand, is the shape of one half of a Girard-Perregaux golden bridge. So if you're familiar with the golden bridge tourbillon, or the tourbillon with 3 golden bridges, you can see echoes of the bridge design in these hands. Now, I love that this is a true turquoise dial. It really does look like bright, vivid, polished, gleaming turquoise stone. And you can see how the faceting of the little pyramids creates that wonderful shaded gradient from side to side on each individual pyramid. You can also see that we have a date disc that is the same color as the dial. Taking a quick look, you do lose a little bit of luminescence with those special Eastern Arabic numerals, but you can still read the watch in the dark. Flipping it all over, you can see that since it debuted in 2017, the Laureato 42 has received an upgrade. This is now the caliber 1800, which is the larger of the high horology GP automatic movement families. Lots to love. The 3300 is tiny. It's 26.2 millimeters in diameter. The 1800 is 30 millimeters in diameter, so it better fills this case back. It's an automatic winder that has more power reserve. The 3300 is 46, this is 54. Pivots on 28 joules, it beats away at 4 hertz or 28,800 vibrations per hour. You have a hacking seconds function and a quick set date. Take a look at some of the hand-finished elements here. We have linear Côte de Genève laid down by abrasive wheel across the bridges, and then circular on the rotor. You'll note there's a lovely beveling on the edge of the rotor, as well as a broad mirrored mirrored bevel on the edge of the bridges, probably started mechanically but finished with a handheld buffing tool to create that rounded mirrored gleam. There is also black polish on the ratchet wheel and a lovely solarization on the mainspring barrel. You can see some of the locating pegs that help to place the bridges on the base plate. The heads of those pegs have been polished, and the screws feature polished heads with chamfered slots and circumference. You can also see both Edicron and an eccentric screw micrometric regulation system, so this can be adjusted very precisely for superb timekeeping. A really beautiful movement, and the more modern and the larger of the two GP automatic movement families. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.